So ready to report.
Welcome to the Guam Hybrid Land Use Commission meeting today. It's Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And I would like to call this meeting to order. The time is 1:33 p.m.
The hybrid commissioner supposed to get.
First, I know the agenda.
GLUC application.
Chairperson
They're not
Dededo
supposed
was
to get
unable
this.
to attend today's meeting and therefore is excused. I am acting Chairman Ron Pangilian, present. As present, also present is First Commissioner Thurs.
Present.
In the conference room, we have Commissioner Geraldine. Here. Commissioner Joseph Rios. Here. Municipal Commissioners Mayor Luis Rivera. Mayor Peter Beneventi. Mayor Francis Lozama. Mayor June Blas. Executive Secretary Joseph Borja. Deputy Director Rosanna Tinston. Excuse. Legal Counsel Lee Miller.
Present.
Guam Chief Planner Celine Cruz and Pan staff.
Present.
Thank you for everyone for being here. We do have quorum. Today's meeting is being live streamed on YouTube at the Guam Department of Land Management's channel. The next item on our agenda is the approval of minutes. For approval today are the GHLUC regular meeting minutes on August 14, 2025. Members have been provided with a draft in advance. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for action on the minutes.
I motion that we approve the minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Rios. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Commissioner Union. If none, all in favor of approving the minutes of August 14, 2025, please say aye. The motion is passed. We have no old or unfinished business, so we move on to the next item, which is new business. This application is a Zone Variance. Application number H2025-30. The applicant, Pipefish Services LLC, represented by TG Engineers. PC is representing a zone variance for height for the proposed installation of a 45 high fire suppression water tank, 15 feet over the allowable 30 feet height and 8-foot high perimeter fence, 2 feet over the allowable 6 feet height on lot number 5040-1 and lot 5040-2 in the municipalities of Dededo and Tamuning in an M1 light industrial zone. The case planner is Edward Sanchez. Okay, at this time, I would like to welcome the applicant's representative to the table. Please state your name for the record and proceed with the presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, to the board and honorable Mayor Lozama. Thank you for allowing us to present this application for the Hybrid Land Use Commission. If you can take your attention over to the board here, unfortunately PowerPoint centric, and would like to present this application going forward in this platform. This is application H2-2025-30. It is a request for a variance for height and of course for a water tank, a water tower, and a perimeter fence. The properties involved in this request is lot 5040-1 and 5040-2 in the municipality of Dededo and Tamuning. My name is Marvin Aguilar. I am with PG Engineers. I'm the senior planner, and we submit this application on behalf of Pipefish, and in some cases also for the parakeet. So if I may be allowed to proceed. Oops.
Turn it off.
Good. So the land use, for the proposal is to install a 50,000 plus square foot, data center. Property is zone M1, where we have identified that data centers are permitted. Again, we are coming in for a 45-foot high, water tank and a 8-foot high security fencing system that will run the perimeter of the properties. The general location, if you focus on that pink dot, it's adjacent to the Cortec properties right there. And thank you, Sunny. Both properties run along the fence line of Cortec's property. So you have Phillips Point and Geeson Beach, that wiggly line that's heading down to the coast. You have the Cortec workforce housing facility, its laying yard, and the Northern Treatment wastewater facility. As we get closer, bird's eye view of the properties, it's lot 5040-1 and 5040-2. They're basically, configured in a parallelogram shape. They're adjacent to each other, and they are approximately about 1,000 to 1,300 feet away from the entrance to Lover's Point. So as you're heading towards the wastewater treatment plant located on your left, and there is a water well nearby as well. For the sake of both mayors that's here right now, we did have two public hearings held in both Tamuning and in Dededo. We had a total of 4 MPC hearings for both municipalities. That pink line that you see right there is the marker for Tamuning on the left and Dededo on the right. And therefore, we had to hold public hearings for both municipalities. And these are the dates that we performed the hearing. Performance standards. The security fencing is necessary to prevent physical breach of a critical data infrastructure, particularly in this day and age when we have the buildup coming up. We're going to be, Guam is going to start becoming an information hub. It is important to protect this and other data, asset facilities from the potential of physical breaching into the facilities. The final design of the data center will dictate the location of the water tank. We request to apply a high variance on both lots that will allow for design flexibility. And by saying that, we have option 1, which we had been focusing on for the past year, to have the facility overall be constructed on 5040-2. It is the preferred site, and we wish to confine the facility in a condensed insect controlled environment. Option B is the adjacent lot to its north. It's 5040-1. And we elected to include this lot based on some of the concerns that our client had as we had gone through working with the different agencies, and perhaps we may be forced to, or being required to put our water tank on this particular lot. There is limited use, and I put it up here, limited use of lot 5040-1 due to the discovery of subterranean voids. And I can explain that a little further if you wish. Most importantly, the high variance of the request is strictly to address fire suppression requirements for this type of use. Getting back to the fence, this is the security fence. It's typical, goes up. The running bar on the top is normally at 6 feet. And that which we're coming in for variance is that her portion with the security guards facing out. Now, this is typically used towards throughout different various industrial facilities. As example, this is the northern transfer station, and same perimeter security fence setup. Here's another photo of it. So it's pretty typical. More obvious, it will be at Naval Base Guam. It's up there at Camp Loss. It's throughout the throughout the island. Here is a look at the security fence where we are looking at putting it along perimeter of both properties, although perhaps maybe this rendition may not show it. And then we have a security gate in the front. Getting back to the tank, our preferred site 5040-2. We've kind of enhanced the potential location within lot 5040-2. So that's kind of the rendition of how our tank is going to look like if we were allowed to put it in there. Here's another view of it. And if we have to go to 5040-1, this is where it's going to be located. I'd like to bring your attention to the perimeter fencing. You know, the parking is in the back. It's not utilizing the entire property. It's kind of skewing off to the northwest in a kind of irregular pattern. My understanding is there is a big void on that portion of 5040-2. So the tank is in 5040-. Here's another viewpoint of how it would look like. We'd also like to note that for height variances in this particular area, if not immediate area, but doesn't have this set, we do have lot 5040-6, 5040-11 new, which is in the red box. That's the MPLJ 7-story condominium. And then blue box would be, if I understand correctly, Maui development. And they're coming in for about 20 or 22 stories. And then our project, of course, is in the light pink purple area. So points and takeaways of this proposal is that fire suppression is a necessary and mandatory component of the overall facility. We cannot get occupancy, we cannot turn the facility on without satisfying the fire suppression requirements that's imposed by the Guam Fire Department and of course DPW. The design is based on current water pressure measured against the required fire suppression requirements dictated by code. So there's been a lot of talk, a lot of discussion, dialogue with the Guam Fire Department. They've got the excellent group inspectors and reviewers who have been working with us. And so at the end of the day, they're saying, just show us a plan. And we present it to them. And they said, this is the gallon per minute you need, or gallons per hour you need, gallons per day you need. And so we best fit everything using the code and putting it into this 80% design. And ergo, we are coming in and requesting flexibility in the event we need to move it away. Perhaps that we would have enough space to not need it on lot 5040-1, but that is a very, very big question. And so we like to play on the safe side, presenting both lots to allow this height for this fire suppression tank in both areas. With respect to the law, it was crafted to address dilemmas as presented in this case. So we're not coming in for condominium. We're not coming in for some off off-directed, reason for coming in because we need a tank to address the water needs. And, that's why we're here. So there are practical difficulties, the infrastructure and land characteristics presented. They are exceptional circumstances involved, and that is that we do have some subterranean voids. The height requested would not be detrimental to public. Precedence has been set. The height request would not affect land use and zoning as it is consistent, excuse me, with the Dos Amantes master plan property. And adjacent properties to the east of Route 34 is Zone M. And that concludes my presentation. I am open to any questions.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for your presentation. Commissioner, do you have any questions for the applicant?
Yes, may have missed this, but what conditions would force you to move from one property to the next for the tank?
Again, it's, yeah, so if you, I don't want to, I don't know how to call it. You see, we're condensing the facility into one lot. That property is 20,154 square meters. We're pushing everything in. If we're forced to move it, let's say the tank is a little just too close for comfort for GFD, perhaps. And just using this as it's not factual, but it's theory. That's how we've been dialoguing with them, and they've been really great people at this point. Then we would have to move. So the whole idea was we were going to leave 5040-1 all alone and use it as a staging area for road equipment. So that, wires and bins and whatnot that can be moved through and fro and be able to relocate it wherever we wanted to. But now is the point where we may have to utilize it. And that's the reason why. Yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you. Next, let's hear the staff report from the case planner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I'll be reading summarized staff report dated October 9th, 2025. For application 8/2025-30, a zone variance for height. The applicant Pipefish Services LLC is requesting a zone variance for height for the proposed installation of a 45-foot high fire suppression water tank and an 8-foot high perimeter fence on lots 5040-1 and 5040-2 in the municipalities of Dededo and Tamuning in an M1 zone. The properties are located adjacent to and on the east side of Tangisa Beach Road, approximately 1,000 feet north from the entrance of Two Lovers Point. The lot area is 40,308 square meters. Both lots are vacant and overgrown with vegetation, and the topography on the site is fairly flat. Surrounding land uses. To the east is the new Ukudu power plant. The Guam Medical City is also within 1,500 feet to the east. The master plan designates this as industrial as per the North Central Guam Land Use Plan. The community design plan designates this as residential. Previous commission action was on February 28, 2008. This was a conditional approval of the Dos Amantes Land Use Master Plan. The application was accepted on February 19, 2025, heard by the ARC of March 6, 2025, and a public hearing was held on August 12, 2025 at the Dededo Senior Center. Another public hearing was held on August 27, 2025 at the Tamuning Senior Center. Public hearing minutes are provided in attachments. Discussion and staff analysis. The granting of a variance requires the following 5 justifications. Number 1, the strict application would result in practical difficulties or unnecessary hardships inconsistent with the general purpose and intent of the law. The applicant provides, by allowing for an additional 2 feet of height for perimeter fencing, will strengthen safeguards to prevent unlawful access to the proposed data center. The additional 15 feet of height variance is to ensure proper water capacity to support and sustain fire suppression requirements. We agree that the strict application of zoning laws create hardships due to various discovery of voids beneath the surface, which will also require more land area. These constraints create practical difficulties for proposed development. Number 2, that there are exceptional circumstances or conditions applicable to the property or the intended use. The applicant provides data revealed that geological voids exist on lots 5040-1. Development designs has forced placement of the fire suppression water tank into a specific area. Our analysis is that lot 5040-1 exhibits unique characteristics, which challenges proposed development. The design to use adjacent lot 5040-2 to allow for a much evenly spaced facility to assist with proposed site footprints. These conditions are not typical of other properties in the same zone, making this case exceptional. Number 3, the granting of the variance will not be materially detrimental to the public welfare or injurious to the property of improvements in the zone. The applicant provides the granting of a height variance for perimeter fencing for a fire suppression water tank will not be detrimental to the public welfare, since it will not impede any access to adjacent properties, nor would it prohibit adjacent property owners from developing or improving their own properties. Our analysis is that granting a height variance for a perimeter fence and a fire suppression water tank will not harm public welfare or adjacent property owners. The height variance is not out of character and it does not adversely affect the neighborhood or its infrastructure. Number 4, the variance will not be contrary to the objectives of the master plan. The applicant provided that 5040-1, 5040-2 is surrounded mostly by M1 zone properties. We concur that the requested height variance aligns with the objectives of the Dos Amantes master plan. Proposed perimeter fence and a fire suppression water tank is compatible with the light industrial uses. Granting of a height variance supports functional use without disrupting the integrity of the area's planning framework. And lastly, number 5, that the proposed building would substantially enhance the recreational, aesthetic, or commercial value of the beach area and will not interfere with the adversely affect the surrounding property owners, the rights of untrammeled use of the beach and its natural beauty. This criterion is not applicable. In conclusion, there are no objections, no major concerns or issues from the general public, abutting landowners and neighbors, and the applicant has met the application requirements. Their justification is informed and in context to be adequate and find that the application can be appropriately entertained and considered favorable by the commission. Recommendation: planning recommends approval of the zone variance for height with the following conditions: that the applicant adheres to the ARC conditions and requirements as stipulated in their official position statements. Number 2, that the applicant must submit to the Guam Chief Planner a copy of a building permit and occupancy permit. Thank you, Vice Chair, and that completes my staff report.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions for the staff?
No questions.
I'll now open the floor for public comment. If there's no public comment, I will close the public comment period. If there are no additional questions, comments, or discussion, I would like to entertain a motion for action.
I'll make the motion to approve Depending upon the applicant meeting the conditions outlined in the staff report.
Thank you, Commissioner Ian. Yes, second.
A second.
Thank you, Mayor Benzi. If there's no other discussion, I will call for the vote. All in favor for the motion, say aye.
Aye.
The motion has passed. The next item is administrative and miscellaneous matters, and at this time, we do not have any. So I'll move on to the last item, which is the adjournment. Since there is no further business for the commission, I would like to entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioner Yingling. All in favor for adjourning the meeting, say aye.
Aye.
The time is 1:59. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We can take a 5-minute recess.
Thanks, Lonnie. I'm gonna go and mute the microphone.
Raise to this.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Guam Land Use Commission meeting. Today is Thursday, October 9, 2025, and I would like to call this meeting to order. The time is 2:08 p.m. I'll start with roll call. Chairperson Enriquez is unable to attend and is excused. I am Ron Trangelian, the Vice Chairman, and I will chair the meeting in her place. Also present is via Zoom is Commissioner Thurs.
Present.
In the conference room is Commissioner Ewing. Commissioner Rios.
Here.
Executive Secretary Joseph Mora. Legal Counsel Lee Miller.
Here.
Deputy Director Rosanna Tinston. Chief Planner Celine Cruz.
Present.
And planning staff. So we do have quorum. We do have. We do have a quorum. And for the record,
We change up the microphone for the record.
the meeting is live streamed on YouTube. At the Department of Land Management channel. The next item on our agenda is item 2, approval of minutes. For the approval today are the GLUC regular minutes of Thursday, September 11, 2025. Members have been provided with the draft in advance for review. At this time, I will entertain a motion for action on the minutes.
I'd like to make a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Flores. Can I get a second?
Second motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Rios. Any discussions, edits, or errors or omissions? If none, all in favor of approving the minutes of September 11, 2025, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion has passed. The minutes are approved. The next item on our agenda is item 3, old or unfinished business for which we have none. We'll move on to the next item, which is new business. The final subdivision, application number 2025-44, the applicant WSS Pacific Development Corporation, represented by JG, is requesting approval of a final subdivision for the construction of 20 single-family residential lots on lot 29U, Block 1, Phase 2A, and Block 2, Phase 2B. Track 10310 in the Municipality of Dededo. The case planner is Frank Titano. And Commissioner Flores, you are recognized.
Hi, yes, I'd like to recuse myself from this application because JG, my partner, is presenting it.
Commissioner Flores has requested to be excused from this meeting at this time, and I will accept her request. Commissioner
Thank
Flores,
you.
you are.
So do I just leave? Yes.
At this time, I'd like to welcome the applicant's representative to the table. Please state your name for the record and proceed with your presentation.
Hello, my name is JB.
My name is Karen Pan.
Thank you. Welcome. You may proceed your presentation.
Okay, good afternoon, commissioners, and the other staff. So back in 2018, we applied for a tentative subdivision application for approval. Since then, we've been through permitting processes that took a year, couple of years, and we hit COVID. We had some bad civil contractors. We had a typhoon. Oh, gee, what else? We had a bunch of other stuff happened. But we finally got all of the infrastructure installed. Roads are in, power, water, sewers all in. And all 20 subdivided lots are ready to go. So we finished our final subdivision map and it's ready to go as well. So now we're in the process of getting the final sign off from you guys and bringing the 20 units to market. So we hopefully apply for the final subdivision and hopefully we get this 8-year stretch. 7 years. 7 years. It's taken 7 years to get here. Hopefully other people won't have the same issues with me. That's all I really had. I didn't want to go through 7 years. Any questions? If there's any?
Commissioners, do you have any questions?
I'll make a comment. That's life. That's how things go. Contractors are very difficult in Guam. And a certain amount of sympathy.
I actually have one question. Do you have your target market already?
Yes, actually, we're aiming for military boxes.
That's price.
Around 600.
Any other questions? If there are no questions, let's hear from the staff report.
Thank you, Chairman. I'll go ahead and read the commission brief dated September 23rd, 2025 for the final subdivision application. The legal authority is under the provisions of Title 21 GCA, Chapter 62, Article 5, Section 62501 through 62504 of the subdivision law. On to staff discussion. On April 11, 2024, the commission conditionally approved the applicant's tentative subdivision request, and the current application is for a final subdivision approval following the applicant's completion of all required infrastructure improvements to include paved access roads and sidewalks, utility step-outs and connections, an approved stormwater mitigation system, and installation of 2 residential structures constructed on Block 2. As approved by the Commission, this represents the final phase of Track 10310. Phase 2A consists of 12 single-family residential lots and a public access and utility easement. Phase 2B consists of 8 single-family residential lots and also a public access and utility easement. The applicant has coordinated with the relevant Guam agencies to ensure compliance with infrastructure and public safety requirements, including providing adequate connections to the public sewer and water systems, installation of the required number of fire hydrants, provision of street right-of-ways to accommodate regular and emergency vehicle travel, construction of sidewalks, utilities, and street lighting, and providing an approved entrance and exit to the subdivision, and a permitted and approved stormwater management system. All infrastructure improvements have been permitted, approved, and completed to the satisfaction of the respective agencies. Lastly, on to staff recommendation. In consideration of the applicant's compliance with the subdivision requirements and completion of the permitted infrastructure improvements, planning staff recommends approval of the final subdivision request, subject to the following condition. The applicant shall continue to comply with all ARC conditions and requirements as stipulated in the official position statement submitted for the Commission's approval of the tentative subdivision on April 11, 2024. And this concludes the Commission brief. Thank you.
Commissioners, do we have any questions for the staff? Any questions? I'll now open the floor for public comment. If there are there's no public comment, I will close the public comment period. If there are no additional questions, comments, or discussion, I would like to entertain a motion for action.
I move to approve as recommended from the chief staff report.
Say that one more time.
Sure. I move to approve as recommended. Application number 2025-44 as recommended by the staff report.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I will second that motion.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any discussion on the motion? If not, I will call for a vote. All in favor for the motion, say aye.
Aye.
The motion has passed. Congratulations and good luck on your project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The next item on the agenda is administrative and miscellaneous matters. Executive Secretary Board, do you have any additional business or announcements for the commission?
I just have a couple, Mr. Chair. One is that our chair, Dr. Lee Richards, has been confirmed to the legislature, so everybody now on the board has a full term. So she's been confirmed. Secondly, just sort of a legislative report, the legislature has introduced approximately 200 bills. 60 of them that become public laws. 8 of them directly affect the Department of Land Management, especially the planning division. And 14 of those 60 public laws may impact land management on administrative issue. And what we will do with this is we'll collect these public laws and the staff will have a meeting to see what they need to do or need to adjust. And we can make a report back to the commissioners probably next meeting next GLUC. Can put that in judgment.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate Chairperson Miguel Enriquez on her proclamation. Chief Planner, when will be our next GLUC date?
It's October 23rd, and we do have a hybrid convening again on the 23rd. I don't think we're going to have a regular commission meeting.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we do have agenda items for the meeting, so we're going to hold 2 meetings back to back again, like today.
Okay.
So if we can get your confirmation of attendance for the October 23rd meeting. Yeah, to determine.
Thank you. And lastly, adjournment. If there are no further business for the commission, I'd like to entertain a motion of adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner Young. Can I get a second? Thank you, Commissioner Rios. All in favor of adjourning the meeting, say aye.
All right.
Aye. The time is 2:20 p.m. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.